Hello, and thanks for watching another episode of ARFCOM News, your twice-weekly dose of the finest two-way propaganda. First up today, I regret to inform you the smugly racist governor of North Carolina just vetoed another attempt to repeal an ancient Jim Crow law which allows local sheriffs to deprive people of their basic civil rights if they are not of good moral character.
I wanted to do hood rat stuff with my friend.
The infamous pistol purchase permit is a remnant of an embarrassing period of American history and a gross violation of the equal protection and due process clauses of the U.S. Constitution. It also has no chance of surviving post-Bruin review. When questioned about this decision, Cooper responded, "Bro, why is everybody worried about whether these people can get a gun anyway? I wish we could just go back to that time when I didn't have to share a water fountain or a lunch counter with people who are, not of good moral character, if you know what I mean." I'm kidding, of course. He didn't say that out loud. If you want to find out for sure what other Jim Crow laws he would like to bring back, you can reach him at 919-814-2000. Just because you don't live in North Carolina, there's no reason not to tell him what you think, though.
What's up, guys? Taylor here. Hope you're doing well today. I'm in here locked in the lab, and luckily there's been a little bit of a positive change today on one of the stories we're doing. So there's a bill in North Carolina Andrew's about to tell you about. There was a little change today. The North Carolina House actually overrode Governor Cooper's veto. So positive change. Wanted to put a little addendum in here just to make sure it got in. Either way, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Stay spicy. Until next time.
But it would be impossible to produce quality two-way propaganda without sponsors, so let's pay some bills. Today's video is sponsored by TNVC.com, who says, why trust your eyes to a back alley ripper doc when TNVC has everything you need to own the night. And by Winchester. Check out their new Lake City Brown Box M193. It'll be available on Brownells by this weekend. As always, you'll find links down in the doobly-doo. Oregon could have a constitutional carry ballot initiative if Carrie McQuiston can get enough signatures by July 5th. I know, it has about as much chance of actually passing as Gerard Butler's wife has of making it through the first act of his next movie, but just getting it on the ballot helps to shift the Overton window both in Oregon and nationwide. This year, more than half of the states will have some form of permitless carry, and it might take Oregon a few tries to get it right, but I believe they'll get there too. If you want to help, just go to constitutionalcarryfororegon.com, download the single signer sheet, and email it to everyone you know who maintains an address in Oregon. The Gunshine State is likely to become the 26th permitless carry state. HB 543 passed the House and moved on to the Senate, but not before GOP committee members killed an amendment which would have legalized open carry as well. HB 543 has a good chance of passing the Senate, and Governor DeSantis has committed to signing. So, unless something really goes off the rails, Florida is in a good spot.
It's time.
The NYPD arrested a New Jersey woman with 97 brand new Canics and 3 other pistols. Their lips are sealed as tightly as their jackboots are laced about how they got wind of the undocumented gun dealer, but they claim she bought them in Vermont and planned to distribute them in New York and New Jersey. They do claim to be absolute heroes, though, saying the bust saved numerous lives. Although they offered no evidence to support this speculation, and the woman was not arrested on any other charges other than having guns without the pleasure of the crown. They also insisted they are just dedicated to eradicating gun violence. And they didn't really go on to provide any details about when they plan to go ahead and get started on that, or why they are totally unconcerned about other modes of violence. A worker at a Family Dollar here in Phoenix mag dumped a repeat shoplifter after getting punched.
I'd buy that for $1.
Witnesses say the worker told the shoplifter to leave, then the shoplifter punched him, so naturally, the worker jerked his smoke wagon and gave him the what for. Now, a good lawyer might be able to articulate a reasonable need to use deadly physical force in response to a punch. But the part where this really goes off the rails is where witnesses say the Family Dollar worker then walked closer to the man after he was down and fired several more rounds. That would probably be too much even for Johnny Cochran on its own, but then this genius told his coworkers that he just couldn't control his anger, and he admitted to police he considered his own actions to be egregious. According to the police report, he was booked for second-degree attempted, and the man he shot was transported in critical condition. But some later news reports indicate the charge is now simply second-degree. No attempted about it. Although I couldn't find confirmation that the shoplifter passed. Friends, this person did absolutely everything wrong he possibly could have. He shouldn't have approached the shoplifter in the first place without a plan and coordination with other employees. He could have gotten shanked like multiple times with a filthy screwdriver instead of just getting punched long before he ever had a chance to draw. He shouldn't have shot a man over a punch in the face unless that man is some yoked out MMA fighter or, otherwise presents what's called a real disparity of force. He shouldn't have shot a man after he was no longer a threat, and he most especially shouldn't have made any statements to his coworkers or police after the event. This sort of thing, legit, is one of the reasons many companies have policies prohibiting employees from approaching miscreants. And as misguided as they are, it's also the exact reason Family Dollar will have a no-guns policy if they didn't already. Look
at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
If you carry a gun, you absolutely must be certain of what the use of force laws are in your area and have a plan to respond to an attack even if it doesn't rise to the level of deadly physical force. You need to have considered the legal and moral implications of every action before you take it. You need to understand the gravity of what you are doing. And by all rights, if you're carrying a gun, you really ought to be carrying some sort of less lethal also. You are far more likely to use it than your gun. But I'm sure there's going to be someone along shortly to explain how stupid I am and how we should all just burn shoplifters to the ground on sight. So, roast me in the comments.
Gundustry News.
B&T, because I can't pronounce Brugger and Thomet, is getting together with Surefire to license B&T to make cans to fit Surefire's SOCOM fast attach line of muzzle devices. The MSRP for B&T's new Surefire compatible Rotex X will be $675. Xtar USA has just announced they are adding a 45 Auto version of their polymer AR style PCC. Same as the EP9, but now in 45. The EP45 weighs only 4.5 pounds unloaded. The recoil system is straight blowback, but it incorporates a squishy recoil buffer, which is intended to reduce felt recoil. MSRP is $500, and yes, it does take Glock mags. And now for your moment of zen. Hey friends, do you like pews and pew-related things? Do you want to help us keep delivering you pure uncut American pew propaganda at the low, low price of $3.50? We literally couldn't pay the bills without our sponsors, so do us a solid and get yourself something nice from them. You deserve it. I love you.